I wanted to discuss with you all, explain to you all about application tumbles. Now, application tumbles had been explained to me when I was about 17 years of age. I had began working when I was about 15 years old at McDonald's, and then after that, I had an array of fast food jobs thereafter. So I met a guy, and he explained to me, a man, he explained to me that application tumbles were pretty much, he really just gave me the term, and I probably asked to find the rest out by myself. Application tumbles. So application tumbles, from what he was explaining to me, was basically based on if you're tardy or if you're late for work, you will pretty soon, just like a felony, it'll follow you within your work. Even if you have the job experience, you may not necessarily qualify for that job, or you'll only be allotted a certain amount of hours or certain type of work. Now, what I have learned is that even if you accept or apply for specific jobs, they really want you to have that downtime. Some places really want you to have downtime within your work or within yourself. They want you to save money or get adjusted, live on a fixed income that you fix yourself without being on paperwork. So they may lay you off or have layoffs or something like that. It's just a way to beat the system, sort of. So if you accept certain amount of work, pretty soon that'll be all that is open to you. Your jobs are available and they're open to certain people, but if you are one of those people like myself who just has to have a job or likes being on the go constantly or living, you're probably going to fall into a category of a certain amount of work or a certain type of work. Now, I found that my city, the city that I come from, they are very much big on selecting people for jobs based on your activity within school, one of the ways. Myself personally, I took keyboarding, business keyboarding, typing for only a year, as well as NJROTC. I only did it for a year. As many of you may know, you can enter into the military with a rank of an E3 on your first year if you do ROTC within your whole 4 years. But I did not do that, and I only wanted to do reserves, but we'll get to that shortly. Now, as far as keyboarding goes, my typing, I'm not a best typer. I probably had a low B or C passing, and I only did it for a year. So when I got older and was applying for jobs, I was never offered a call center position. No type of clerical work, which is really where I wanted to work. So I should have put in that early work instead of waiting to college, which is where I wanted to go, but I didn't do as much preparation within school. So, or on my own. So those jobs were not available to me. There was even a call center that required you to have no experience. You didn't have to have any experience to work here. A brand new call center called West. And they start off at $9.50 an hour, and after 90 days, you would make $12 an hour. And I would see all of these people who don't work usually. They may work part-time. I'm a full-time worker. I'm a very hard worker. However, the work that I'm in is fast food. So it's not really as of a higher value, even though I do respect it. It's a lot of patience. So West, I went on 3 interviews at West. And each time they would tell me that I need more experience. Why would I need more experience for a job that is advertising no experience? When I have plenty of work experience, they would not give me that opportunity. And I'm sure that's because I didn't take typing all 4 years. All of these people are good typers or have some sort of background like that. And I know my presentation, my interview is done well, but they never gave me the opportunity. I didn't work at West until I was in my late 20s. And they sold DirecTV. I moved away and worked there. So I don't know what they actually sold at in Pensacola where I was. So what I did after I went to college, I went away and I did college for a year. I didn't graduate, but I did a year of an associate's degree. After I finished my year, I didn't return to college immediately, but I'm still very much interested. College is very important to me. It's one of my goals. So as I'm working at fast food and got my job back, I wanted to let the advancement world know that I am still much interested in returning to college, and I am coming back. So I got on the waiting list for a few classes at the state college where I was, as well as I purchased a trade. I went to a trade school and I purchased a CNA certification. Now CNA certifications, CNA is very popular in Florida. And some facilities even offer to pay for it if you work for them for an extended period of time. Sorry. So, but those places, they weren't, I couldn't find them on my own. I don't know where they were, and it was no problem for me to go and take that class at an actual school. So that's what I did. And it cost me about $900, $800 for the class, and about $150 for books. So I had to restrict some of the things that I was doing for about 3 months. It was 2.5 months. And so I restricted the things that I was doing, and I paid that out of pocket, in cash. I didn't get financial aid. So as soon as I made that purchase, a door was open for me. I was presented with a call center position. Now, it wasn't one of the more professional call centers, but I really enjoyed it. It was an experience for me, and I worked there for about 2 years. They paid $9 an hour, and overtime was unlimited. So I really enjoyed it. And after I worked there for 2 years, I was presented, that was on the outskirts of town, I was presented with a seasonal position in town. This was at a more stricter call center where they're very firm on policies or whatnot. You know, pins or errors or something like that, you could get fired a little more easier. But I don't have seasonal interest or bills, so I didn't accept that job. But as I moved away, I worked at a few call centers that paid me very well. I made a lot of money and really enjoyed working for those companies. So that is job toggling for me. Now, as my social life, I've also experienced a social toggling. Social toggling as in the people that you hang around. You hear a lot of rappers say, you hear a lot of rappers say that FBI watches your cell phones, right? You've heard that, maybe you've heard that possible, under investigation. Everybody is under investigation, believe it or not. It may not necessarily have to be criminal activity. You can be watched by certain purchases you use. Some people are unique. You know, I stand out a lot within purchases that I may buy for a holiday or whatever. Within my furniture, I invest a lot within my home or make certain investments within myself, especially within my particular area that I came from, and as far as myself personally. So the area that I'm looking in, I look a little different, and as far as myself, I have a unique interest. I'm just a little different. I possess uniqueness, and they pay attention to that. So it could be something as little as a purchase. Doesn't mean you're under investigation, but you are being watched by someone who is paying attention. They may want you to be a promotional person. It may not mean actual trouble, but yes, you are being watched by someone at all times. So social toggling. I went away to college, and I was decent popular. I'm pretty sure I'm probably about average, an average girl, good popularity, nice guys, had girls, my roommates or whatever, and guys that were into the average. My roommates got along with me well, and guys that went to the college liked me pretty decently. So I went to parties or whatnot, and after I left, I contacted at least about 5 or 6 of those people, and they responded to me, and as I went on to another social media, I had contact with 4 people left, but then only 2 were left talking to me. It could be a social toggling. I'm thinking it's a social toggling more than likely, but I'm thinking it's an interest thing as well. So, but regardless, these 2 people, they are. I'm not the fondest of them. I'm not a bitch, so I'm polite. So these people, it just seems odd that only they are left, but just like life, those just are the people that are still going with you or moving in your direction. So I can kind of get that. Now, my roommate is one of those people. I don't really like her. I want to like her. We had fun when we were around, but that does not mean I like her. So I was trying to like her. She called me in 2011, and she explained to me prior to this, when we were roommates, she let me know that she wanted to be a supermodel. Oh, okay. And I believe that she could be a supermodel. I think she's pretty or whatever, and I could see her actually making it in that world. So she called me in 2011, and she's talking, and what it sounds like to me is like she's talking about the fucking Illuminati. So I'm scared. For one, is I don't want to be placed in a permanent situation with her. I don't want you to just give me something, because I value my hard work ethic and my can-do spirit. And also, I don't want her to be a permanent within my life. So she's talking, but she's not. I'm hearing this. Please don't do this to me, is what I'm asking whoever's listening. Don't make her a permanent in my life. Just like my cousin that I was then talking to, and she was someone that I was fond of when I was a kid, and we hadn't seen each other for a while, but I already knew that I wasn't, and it was sad for me. I was kind of bittersweet about it. I was like, damn, I'm really growing up, changing, or really finding yourself, because I know I'm not going to be here for a long time. And she's somebody I like, but it's just like I don't want her around. She's not someone that I would have at my house. So I was telling the world, like the cell phone world, I know you see me calling her or whatnot, but it's not like I'm planning to get rid of her, but I know she's not going to be anything that I'm going to be around forever. And it was hurtful. I couldn't believe I was saying something like that, but it is what the fuck it is. So, social toggling. Now, I have been in a few relationships. I haven't been in a relationship in a very long time. However, I have met some very nice guys, some very good looking guys that I was interested in. Some guys that have been established and saw the world and showed an interest in me. Nice, chill guys, not moving too fast, and we keep in contact with one another only through phone. Really, I might see them out every now and then because we're from the same place. But other than that, we go about our life and we talk on the phone, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they were nice. We haven't moved in. They don't give me money or help me with my bills or anything like that, but they keep in contact with me and whatnot. And they were some people that I was very interested in. But some people don't even have that, right? So they're looking at our maturity with each other when I've been through those type of relationships where it was one-sided or a force, or these guys are pretty nice and I don't feel like we're moving too slow, but some of them I was going to invite to my later life. Some of them, it's not a lot, but yeah, one of them or so. But now that I've been relocated to a new state. Sorry, I'm outside. But now that I've been relocating, I never planned on living in my original place of birth. So as I've been relocating, I've been meeting guys, and I swear to you, they have been channeled here. They are fucking impossible. Impossible. It's fucking crazy. It pisses me the fuck off how impossible they fucking are. impossible in every fucking way. Like, they want to have sex with you, they don't want to have sex with you. I don't want to fuck really none of them. I was going to have sex with one of them, and he fucked that up. He was just annoying to me. Very attractive. He seems nice or whatever. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. We're all working. I'm not out here really trying to find a relationship because I have too many things on my list. I'm trying to find a home. I'm trying to finish my degree before I get that home. It's a lot of things that I want to do, and they can't even like maintain normal relationships. That's really odd to me. Since I've been gone, I have not had a regular friendship, which is I have all types of guy friends, and these guys that I'm meeting now, I just feel like they're channeled to me. Like, they're just bullshit to say, okay, I'm not gonna have it. Like, I have it easy. I don't have any kids. I'm young. I don't have any kids. I've been to college. I have work experience. I have a good personality. I know how to, I can save a little money on my hair. I know it's not done right now, but I save money on doing certain things. But I'm still willing to pay for a lot of things. I pay full rent. I don't get assistance and stuff like that. So, but they're looking at my life like I had it easy. And so now that I'm moving away, like, it's total bullshit around me, following me around, like confrontations. I'm not confrontational. It's not even, you gonna shut the fuck up, because we're not even really, like, they just want to make a situation when that's not my life or my situation like that. How are you? Good. So the guys have been different, the social toggling. And I haven't met any girls. I saw one person from my home state that lived here, and she was looking pretty nice. I don't know her personally. I just know her from the social world, like clubbing or something like that. So I asked her, would she like to hang out, but I never spoke to her or anything like that. But I haven't met any females. I tried to meet a few girls, but no girls. I met a few guys, and they're nice guys, but they're fucking impossible as far as continuing communication or maintaining it. They don't do very well at speaking. Like, it's always like a bitching type of thing, and I don't really care for things like that. So just recently I had attempted boot camp. I went to Navy boot camp last year, and as I was going home, I wanted to do the reserves. As I was going home, what is the world I want to say? Entertainment. What's the world? Like love and hip hop and shit like that. What is that called? That shit. Like, it was. I was very disappointed in it. It was. I really take shit seriously, even though I know how. I do get loose. I get wild, but when I'm serious, you need to get the fuck out of my space with this shit. They had a guy from 8th grade. They had him fucking, as I'm leaving going home from boot camp, he was there. I'm friends with him on social. I was friends with him. I deleted his ass. I was friends with him on social media, and he's a nice guy, nice casual, nice cool guy. And I remember him from school. I may like a picture or something like that. But me seeing him, they had put a few people from my state in my way, in my presence, and they were in my presence in the most ridiculous, like, you don't fucking see this person, just fucking stop. It's so fucking annoying. What is that shit called? Reality TV. It's just, you know how scripted. I stopped fucking watching wrestling because that shit became fake. It was just too obviously fucking fake. That scripted shit, go away, man. Like, what the fuck? Are you getting afraid? What's happening? But get that shit the fuck out of my face. I don't want to be a part of it. So I saw probably about 4 people so that I hadn't seen since fucking middle school, but they were decent people then, and they look like they're pretty straight now. They look like they're probably the same. The guy was weird when I talked to him on the phone, but the rest of these people, they're like too much into that fucking reality show TV shit. I'm not scripted. I'm not a thug, but I'm not with the bullshit at all. Please go away. So just be aware. Those are job toggling. Don't accept all work. I know I do it. I don't accept everything, but I accept a lot of work because it's just me. I don't come from a rich family. I am self-made, and I have advanced, and I've really upgraded my life, so I'm not really down in it, but I'm letting you know. Like, if you can have it easier, I don't mind. I don't mind somebody matching me or not working as hard to get where I have gotten. It don't fucking matter to me, but just don't be in my fucking space. If you just now coming up and you got to be whatever the fuck it is you are, that's fine, but just handle yourself. So job toggling, social toggling, cell phone usage, purchases, is everyone's being watched regardless. You're gonna be watched by someone. You'll get some sort of credit or some sort. So I just wanted to share that with you all because it's something that's very important. It's something that you should really pay attention to. And it's minor, but it's something that is very, people pay attention to detail. And I know we love our leisurely, non-restricted lives or least restricted lives, but it's gonna happen. It's happening right now. It's just one of those things that can't be. Some people are just made for certain things, and you're being toggled regardless whether you fucking know it or not. But they are doing this shit to too much for me. Like I'm just too motherfucking much for them, and I don't plan on being around it. Social toggling. Stay tuned. I'm glad for you guys who are viewing, and it's silent.